I'm at the Highland Street light heading towards Milford. There was a FedEx truck in front of me, and I'm sitting at the red light. And I'm like, come on, light, just turn green so I can get home. Just turn green so I can get home. So the light turns green and the FedEx truck doesn't move. And I was like freaking out. I was like, you gotta go. Like, I gotta get home. Like, I almost laid on the horn. So the FedEx truck finally decides to go, and I'm halfway through the light, and I just start sweating.
That's when you know, when you get the sweats, that's when you know.
So I literally get through Highland Street light, and you know that insurance company that's like on the right? I literally am profusely sweating, so I'm like, I gotta pull over so I can throw up. I turn into the parking lot. I'm not even off the main road, and I projectile vomit all over my steering wheel. I'm leaning out of my car, being held in by my seatbelt, puking in this insurance parking lot off of Route 16. And all of a sudden, my horn starts blaring, and I'm not touching it. And my vomit short-circuited the steering wheel. So I call my mom. She finally answers. I'm like, I literally just puked all over myself, and I'm on the side of the road. And if you can't hear, my horn is going off because my vomit short-circuited the electronics on my steering wheel. So I'm sitting there waiting for someone to come pick me up, and all of a sudden a police officer rolls in. And I'm like, holy good Lord, this is like not going to be good. So the guy asks to see my ID.
It's like, dude, I'm covered in vomit.
And I'm like, yeah, here's my freaking ID. He's like, who owns your car? And I was like, my parent. And then he goes, I'm going to call an ambulance just in case. And I'm like, no, I don't need an ambulance. I just need to go home. And meanwhile, my horn is still blaring. So the ambulance rolls on in, and I'm like, I don't need medical attention. I don't need medical attention. They're like, are you sure? And then they take my temperature. And they're like forcing this medical attention on me. And I'm like, I refuse medical attention. They made me sign this paper. And then my cousin had to come and pick me up and take me home. And I felt so bad because I was covered in vomit in his car. I think about it and I cackle.
When did this happen?
That was February of 2020, right